Not just coronavirus, a mystery disease spreading fast in Andhra Pradesh, Eluru district has also led to over 290 people in the hospital. It has not been established yet as to what caused the disease that saw people suddenly falling unconscious and suffering from symptoms of fits and nausea. Majority of people had recovered within few minutes, but several were also shifted to the government hospital for better treatment. Now, earlier reports suggested that contaminated water could be the reason, but then the Deputy Chief Minister of Health A.K.K. Srinivas said that tests showed that was not the cause. TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu also lashed out at Andhra government of Jagan Mohan Reddy and expressed his concern for the people of Eluru in Andhra Pradesh, and if reports are to be believed, Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy is likely to visit the place where people are falling sick to a mystery disease. Over 200 people have been hospitalized in the last 24 hours. Let's go across to our editor South, Revati, who's joining us on the phone line. Revati, big concern there for Andhra Pradesh as over 200 people were hospitalized. What details are you getting it? What is the situation like today in Eluru? Revati, if you could hear me. Okay, there seems to be some technical glitch there. We'll try and connect with Revati again, but as we were talking about, it's a mystery disease where people are showing symptoms of fits and nausea. More than 200 people were hospitalized yesterday on Sunday, and most of them have recovered as well. Reports suggest that contaminated water could be the reason, but the Minister of Andhra has denied such reports, and there we can see TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu slamming the Jagan Mohan Reddy government. Chandrababu Naidu writes on Twitter, with more than 250 people now affected, the situation in Eluru is worsening. I demand an impartial, full-fledged inquiry into the incident. He once again targeted the YSRCP government and said that the government is caught napping in such an emergency situation. Now, as we can see, Chandrababu Naidu has clearly mentioned that contamination of water seems to be the reason for health emergency in Andhra. He said this is just the tip of the iceberg as the government's negligence and the deterioration of healthcare services across the state have been exposed today. Now, if reports are to be believed, Jagan Mohan Reddy is also likely to visit Eluru and meet the people there who have been showing symptoms of fit and nausea and being admitted to the hospital. Now, that's the big update we are getting from Andhra Pradesh. We'll try and connect with our editor South for more details, as it's been now 24 hours, and if the situation has improved or there are more cases of this mystery diseases being reported in Eluru. Let's get you some reactions on this story.
5:30కి ఫిట్స్ వచ్చి కళ్ళు తిరిగి పడిపోయారు మా బావగారు. అయితే గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్పిటల్కి గబుక్కుని తీసుకెళ్లి జాయిన్ చేసుకున్నారు.
2020 isn't done with us yet. Now there's word that a mystery illness is going around southern India. One person has already died. More than 200 others are hospitalized. The illness was just first detected on Saturday in the Indian city of Eluru in the state of Andhra Pradesh. According to doctors, patients sick with that unidentified illness have experienced symptoms that range from nausea and anxiety to loss of consciousness. Officials are still trying to determine what's the cause of this illness.
Hundreds are reporting symptoms of convulsions and fits in Eluru town of Andhra Pradesh. This appears to be a mysterious neurological illness. Top medical experts and teams from across the country have been rushed to find out what is wrong. The government has started a house-to-house health survey.
Nearly 400 people across ages and gender have reported symptoms of a mystery illness at Eluru in Andhra Pradesh. One of them, a 45-year-old, died on Saturday. Some 150 are in hospital after they complained of convulsions, nausea and fainting. Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy visited a government hospital in Eluru on Monday, where 34 out of 62 wards that had a common water source have reported cases. Andhra Pradesh Health Commissioner K. Bhaskar Rao told NDTV tests had ruled out known viruses like Japanese encephalitis, dengue and COVID. Water here was found safe within permissible limits. Chemical contamination and 27 heavy metals were ruled out. Culture reports were awaited. Blood, urine, cerebrospinal fluid samples have not shown anything unusual. Teams from the WHO, the ICMR and also the AWIMS are coming in from Delhi. We are also going to be having tests conducted by the National Institute of Nutrition, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology and the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology to get to the bottom of this illness. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Officials in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh are still struggling to identify a mysterious illness. After the number of people affected continues to rise, 300 people of all ages have reported symptoms in the last 2 days, including seizures, dizziness and vomiting. One man has died. I'm joined now by the BBC's Zepti Bathini, who is in Hyderabad for us. What is the very latest from medical officials there? What do they think is causing this?
Right now, they are still yet to determine what has caused this illness because the test samples have come back. They have initially collected the blood samples and the spinal fluid samples from the victims who were rushed to the hospital yesterday and day before yesterday. And the test reports have come back normal from the blood samples and the spinal fluid samples. For now, they have sent the samples for further analysis to for cellular and molecular analysis, and those test reports are awaited. and the authorities are conducting door-to-door medical campaign, medical emergency campaigns to see if there are any other people who are suffering mild symptoms or similar symptoms in the town, to see what must have caused this. For now, they are yet to determine what has caused this illness. But right now, the priority of the authorities seems to contain the panic in the town, so that the focus seems to be on containing the panic, so that while they determine what has caused the sickness.
Have all those people in hospital right now and those affected been tested for coronavirus?
Yes, all of them. The initial tests, the first tests that were conducted on them were for the coronavirus, and the authorities have told us that all of them have tested negative for coronavirus. So that has been eliminated as the cause, that as a reason of this illness. So after that, they have went on to determine what must have caused. So that is where the blood samples and the spinal, because some of them have complained of spinal pain and also fatigue. So the spinal fluid from the victim, from the patients who have been rushed to the hospital, those also have been collected, and all those test reports have come back normal. But while the reports the test samples have also been sent to virology labs across the country to determine if there is any other virus that must have caused this.
And Deputy, are children affected by this as well?
Yes, across the age groups. There is no particular age group or a particular gender which has been affected. It is across the age groups who have been affected by this illness. When we spoke to the health official this afternoon, she said that what she has observed from the patients who have been brought to hospital, most of them were men. But yes, there were a sizable number of women and children who are at the hospital receiving treatment.
Deputy, thanks for updating us from Hyderabad on that mysterious illness affecting several hundred people there.